first young men, the pioneers, the aviators, building superhighways in an unknown sky, leaving wives and children in their snug homes with just a kiss and a promise to return. Roaring into the clouds to battle wind and stars. Their safety systems built of brain and heart. They landed where there were no lights, transforming strange names from tall tales into pictures on postcards home. And those next young men, traveling further, faster, higher than any in history, and the ones who followed them, who skimmed the edge of space, the edge of heaven, the edge of dreams.
Speedbird 1, Speedbird 1. Clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff for takeoff.
And we follow them up there to live by an unbreakable promise. The same 4 words stitched into every uniform of every captain who takes their command. To fly, to serve.
We were on a routine daylight flight back from Scotland to London Heathrow in a Vanguard, cruising at about 24,000 feet. We just transferred from the Scottish controller to the Preston radar controller, made our normal routine radio calls, and within minutes the Preston radar controller alerted us. He told us we have opposite direction traffic in the airway, very fast moving, unknown. Immediately, of course, we looked out of the flight deck straight ahead of us to the 12 o'clock position, and into view came a disc-shaped craft. It was shaped like a discus, shining in the sun. A more accurate description would be like a hubcap, an American car. A cupola on the top, diameter about 30 feet, in my view. I was looking down on the craft, the machine, as it came past, flying at very, very high speed. It came to within about a quarter of a mile of us. I was looking down on it, some 200 to 300 feet below us. There are 2 very curious things. First of all, there was no shockwave from this machine. It was close enough, in my experience, it was close enough to give us quite a bump, a noise and a bang as the shockwave passed us. Secondly, we made no attempt to report an air mist, a near collision, or file an air safety report. So that not only us as a crew, but the Preston radar controller were aware that its strangeness didn't qualify it for an air miss or air safety report. 25 years on, I feel I've got a long and happy career behind me. And I feel so strongly that the whole subject is, and should be, in the public domain. So I broke ranks, if you like. I broke ranks and decided to talk about it openly to the media. British Airways were apoplectic, is the only word I can use. They gave me lengthy interviews, and they followed up the interviews with a letter which, in all fairness, does describe the conflict that does exist between a subject, UFOs, which is on the fringe of believability, and the credibility of British Airways captains. British Airways want the least possible controversy. They don't want wacky captains, they don't want wacky crews, they don't want any of the aircrew involved with any subjects which have the slightest possibility of compromise.